Peace and love to you all, my family. How you all doing? I'm doing great, Right now I'm having my morning time, and I got the ginger tea right here with mountain water. That means the spring water, with ginger, organic ginger, My tea is always very strong because I put lots of ginger in my tea. So, right now I got a question about the question was, what about the people, that you were going to leave, like when you transform, you leave them on earth, and this is very interesting question. I really love when beautiful spirits question me and want to know the answer. Well, the new enlightenment is knowing how much you don't know. Even me, I don't have all the answers, but I will let you know about the answers that I have from my thoughts, from the wisdom that I collect through my meditation practices. So first of all, you have to realize that everything is mental. That means that like everything is coded in the Akashic record. You got me? Everything, your past lives, any action, any reaction, any thoughts that you have in your mind, everything is coded. Everything is in our Akashic record. And how do you activate that Akashic record? If you want to remember your past lives, if you want to remember, the thing is to realize that you are the only one in the existence. So everything around you that you see, everything is within you. There is nothing really external. Everything is internal, okay? So when you die and you leave this earth, you don't have to remember your past lives, because when you transform, for you nothing really exists. When I transform from this earth, I will leave my kids, my family, my friends on this earth. But the thing is that they don't really exist without my observation. Whenever I observe them, that is when they exist in my reality. That means that my friend, example, my friend appeared to my reality. It's because of I'm observing my friend. I want to observe my friend. So I manifested, I create that friend to come into my reality, So that means that whenever you go to market and you leave your kids or your parents or your lover home, right? And you walk to the market. So the only thing that exists for all of us is actually the present moment, present, whatever we are looking at, this is thing that we exist. Then the thought come like, oh, I have family home, I have my lover home, I have my parents home. So now from your thoughts, you're observing that. So now you're creating those images and those experiences with your thoughts. So now once you go back home, boom, the house exists, the people existing, but once you go out of the home, you're going to market. So for you, only the market existing. So the house don't exist anymore. So that means that nothing really exists without your observation. Whenever you observe, things exist. So when you die, so-called transform, you take a rebirth again, right? You take your rebirth again. So that means that you don't have to remember your past lives like the way you don't have to remember the yesterday. But in this human body, in these human emotions, we love to cling. We really love to cling to our past experiences and think over and over again, because we want to learn our lesson. We want to understand the past, because the past, present, and future existing now, okay? So that's why you just have to understand, instead of suffering by having lower thoughts like, oh my God, what's going to happen to my kids? Oh my God, what's going to happen to my house? Oh my God, what's going to happen to my lovers, my friends and family when I die? I don't want to leave them alone. How will they survive? It's not up to you. Because in this existence, you are the only one. In this existence, nothing really exists without your observation. You are the center of this reality. You got me? You are the center of this reality, When you go to sleep, you go to sleep. and then you wake up in a dream room, like you don't even remember this life, this so-called awakened life. You don't even remember because your dream is so real, and you are living in your dream, and it's so real, you know. Sometimes you get tears in your dreams, sometimes you feel emotions. You're living your life in your dream like it's the life that you are living, you know. You got me? So this is the tricky thing right here. So when you wake into this life, so-called the awakened life, how do you know that it's not a dream? But it's so real, like you dream at night, it's also real. So you have to think, because you got mind to think, because there are lots of manipulators in this world. There are lots of manipulation in this world. So you have mind to think, you know. You have a healthy mind to think about your life. You have a healthy mind to think about your life. You got me? And through my meditation experience, I was meditating for 3 weeks straight. That means that my experience was walking meditation for 4 hours straight by just focusing only on one object, which was the ground. Every single day I was doing it for 3 weeks with the monks. So through that experiences, I activate my higher chakras as I am balancing my lowest energy centers, my lowest chakras. So once I activate my crown chakra, so there when I was living on the center of my center as the goddess right here, where I was just laughing by, wow, I am God, I am everything, you know. So we have our human emotions, we have our human experiences that make it so real. We have our attachment that we don't want to leave, you know. We have our attachment that we don't want to leave, especially when it comes to our parents and family and our loving ones, you know. We have our emotions that we feel because we carry lots of love in our heart, and our heart chakra represents lots of emotions, you know, even the gut itself. So we love because we are here to love, and we are here to experience our human emotions. But we're not gonna get caught up into our human emotions and think that it's true. This is how it is, because the elder being told us when you die, you die, you know. They told us many lies, and there are lots of people who never develop themselves spiritually, physically, mentally in order to achieve nirvana, in order to achieve the higher dimensional akashic knowledge, you know. But right now we are the kindred spirit, the new generation that is waking up, and we are really taking action in it. And this is why we are here in nature, living in the kingdom of God and sharing the right knowledge and wisdom at the same time as we are working with ourselves. And this is what we're doing, you know. So, and as I'm sharing with you all, it's also not what I'm saying, it's also I'm inspiring you all so that you all can also experience the truth. Because I can tell stuff and you can believe in it, but I want you to really experience it by yourself so that you know, and then you inspire others so that they also can experience it through their experiences and practices and develop their spirituality, okay, which is themselves the one and only I, the pineal gland, the third eye consciousness. So once what I'm saying is just that there was the first was what about the people that you're gonna leave when you die? But what about the people that already died? It can be your lovers, it can be your parents, you know, and you miss them, you know, they died, they disappeared, they're not in this physical form front of you anymore. You are observing them with your thoughts, but you cannot create exactly the physical body front of you because they transform from that physical body. That means that they die and they tap into some other bodies, right? So now remember one thing, they may change the body, but the soul within is still there, you know. You are connected to the soul. So that means that, example, my father died, he transformed. So now I thought that I will never be able to talk to him. I can only think about him, having the thoughts, the past memories with him. But what about, like, I want to talk to him, I want to feel his spirit, I want to hear his voice, you know. So what happened? Do you know that we are very highly spiritual being, and there are very highly spiritual being all over the world that is developing their self spiritually through meditation and yoga practices, by fasting, like the prophets did. So what did I do? From my own experience through meditation experiences for longer periods of time, by I experienced my Father's spirit. I experienced my Father's soul that came to me and talked to me. I could hear his voice. I could feel his energy. He is me. He is me. You got me? So what I did, I was meditating for silence meditation for 10 days, and that's the time I experienced. Also, the second time when I experienced his spirit was when I was meditating for 3 weeks, 4 hours straight every single day, by focusing only on one object. As I'm saying, is that when we tap into deep meditation for longer periods of time and really develop ourselves into very higher vibrational frequency, which is the God frequency, we can tap into our Akashic records, and we can also communicate with the people that transform, like my grandma, grandparents, my father. I can communicate with them at any time. Whenever their spirits comes around me, it may be unseen because they are not in the physical form, but the energy, because everything is energy. So when the energy comes, that light being come, if your pineal, the third eye consciousness, is activated, you can sense them. And there are some highly spiritual beings that can also see the energy pattern into that physical form, which is the light. They can literally see it. They can see it. From my experiences, I can sense the energy. I can feel the energy. I can hear the voices. They can literally come into my body and take over my body energetically and talk to me, guide me, and also move my body. This is what I experienced through my meditation practices. So I don't really miss my father. Like, I can miss my father because I want him physically in front of me, exactly on the same physical body, but I only have the images of him in my mind. But the energy never dies. So I have the energy within me, and I play with the energy. I communicate with the energy. I can hear the voices. So I know that I can also develop myself into even more higher vibrational stage, where I can know in which form and shape he took rebirth in, and where is he. He may be around me. He may be the pet. He may be the bird. There are some time their soul, the spirit, comes to you through a butterfly. Like, butterfly passing by, or maybe come and sit on you, that white butterfly. It may be your parents, it may be your auntie that is trying to communicate to you that died, or maybe the bird that comes to your door and saying something. That everything is vibration, and the vibration is the language of God. It don't need any language as I'm speaking, it can be any sound, so they can come in any form and shape just to communicate with you, and know that you are connected to them. They are always watching over you, and your ancestors, even the people that you never meet in this lifetime. Them is that your father, all these is you. The genes, the DNA is here. You are the center of all of your ancestors, all of your relatives, and this is who you are. They exist in you. They're living, breathing in you, So nothing can really die. Everything is it's internal, it's infinity. We cannot die. We just transform. So you have the ability to communicate with the people that died. You have the ability to bring them into life. You have the ability to really ask your ancestor to help you in anything that you need help, because you are blessed by love. Everything, the air, the earth, the light, the grass, the butterflies, the trees, the sky, the air, everything is working in your favor. Realize that. For you to have it good, for you to manifest your dreams into reality, for you to develop yourself from this human consciousness to God consciousness, because you are God. You are not this body. You are the energy. You having this human body to experience life, so that you can taste the sweet food, so that you can make love and reproduce, so that you can see the light, so that you can experience. But in the end of the day, you always go back to your ultimate state, which is your true state of your being, is the blank, the black, the dark. Nothing really exists. When you close your eyes, that is where you are. Nothing really exists. You are everything, the whole space, so right now you're in this holographic world, quantum physics. Study about it. The truth is here. The truth is here. The truth is actually whatever you believe in. There are some people that believing in lies and they think that it's true, So it's also all of your belief system. Even Bruce Lipton talks about it. Check him out. So right now, this is the Aquarius age, is the age of knowing, is the age of expanding, is the age of seeking the truth, is the age of experiencing, developing your spiritual power, because all the power lays within. Do you know that the people who activate their one and only eye, which is the third eye, this is the organ that we carry, So the people, the monks, the highly spiritual being, they activate their one and only eye. So this is the eye of God. This is the eye of God, the Horus, even the ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, they talked about it. You are your ancestors. We came here. We are here now, So in this development, you have to know that you are a spiritual being, and there are so many practices to do in order to develop yourself into that higher level of consciousness, into the supreme level of God consciousness, because you have to detach from your human experience, human emotions, human life to come to that sacred place, which is the kingdom of God, which is your crown chakra, where you are aware of your awareness that you are God, where you understand everything, where you realize the truth and you vibrate on that level of frequency, and you are always in your neutral state, which is abundance of happiness and blessing, abundance of love, unconditional love, the pure energy and joy. You just laugh and smile for no reason, because you are just happy just by living the life, because life gets even more beautiful once you are living in your truth. So this I am not my human experiences. First of all, I am not this human body. Second, all this human experience, everything that happened to me, it's for my growth, so that I can develop myself spiritually from detaching myself. The purpose is to detach yourself from all these human emotions, human relationship, where you're gonna be enlightened into the supreme state where this human emotion doesn't matter, your thoughts doesn't matter, because you are in that space, your ultimate state of your being, where is the harmony of life. And it starts actually by returning back to the earth. That means that the kingdom of God, which is nature, because the nature itself is living in harmony. We living in harmony. So you just have to find your harmony. Once you find your harmony, you will always be in that meditative state where you're gonna activate lots of part of you, the truth in you, because everything is coded in your DNA, everything is coded in you. So you just have to activate all these energy centers, which is the chakra centers, through human diet. And the human diet, the human food, is actually the fruits, everything that is freely given by nature. This is the human food, human DNA. So you cannot put any animal DNA inside in your human DNA, because if you put any animal DNA inside in your human DNA, you're just gonna alter your genes, you're just gonna corrupt your DNA. So you're gonna get lots of misinformation, lots of lower vibrational thoughts. That is not true, that is not right, that is not righteous. So if you wanna develop yourself into that supreme level of frequency, first of all, you have to start a human diet. That you have to study yourself, you have to know yourself, you have to study your body, this human body that you are living in. So human body needs human food that is naturally grown by nature, by connected with the four elements: earth, air, ground, and water. It's freely given by God. God made food. You have to eat in order to activate the God cells in your body. That's why do you think all the monks, all the highly spiritual beings, all these gurus and babas, they're having a vegetarian diet? Why? It's because of that. So this is the first step, first development, and then slowly but surely the nature within you going to tell you what to do, how to do, when to do, because you're going to activate the God voice within yourself. You're going to create lots of God cells in your body, because every 35 days your body creates new cells in your body from what you eat, and it also activates the information, the God information, as you consume God made food, which is the fruits, which is nature food without no blood, no animals. You got me? So once you activate that, you will know what you need to know, because your voice gonna speak to you. You just help yourself to activate more of yourself instead of creating more blockages, within your body. So once you activate the God DNA, so God going to tell you what to do, how to do, when to do, and you will just know things, you will just sense things. How do I know things? Because this is what I'm doing. I'm working on with myself, because the greatest project that I can ever work on is the human body that I'm experiencing right now, because this human body is the most highest consciousness. It makes God to be aware of itself, because the animals don't know that they are animals, but you know that they are animals and you are human, because you are very intelligent. So that's why you have to activate the God mind by eating the right God made food. That's why I say go for a vegetarian diet, go vegan, start to reconnect back to nature, bite feet to the ground, hugging the trees, start to live in nature, in the silence of nature, which is 432 hertz, highest vibrational sound, because you are the environment that you are in. You have to make sure that you are closer to the sunlight, because sun is full of information. Sun is God, it's life giver, so you have to connect yourself with it. And the earth itself, barefoot to the ground, and really reconnect back to the green that opens up your heart, because the kingdom of God is nature. Know that. So there you go, get the information, share this video, because this is very, very, very deep information, and everything is what's in me, it's in you. All you have to do, just activate your supreme self. This is what I did, and this is what I'm doing, because it's even I can activate so many parts in me, and it's no into it, it's no into it. So that new enlightenment, it's to knowing that how much you don't know, so there you go. Take the information, use it on yourself. Okay, I love you all, and I'm so happy that you're all questioning me, and I'm here to give you the answer from my own experiences. I love you all. Stay in tune, be blessed. I love you. See y'all later.